Can I ask, what happened in 2010? I mean, it's still one of those mysteries of football.
Togetherness.
Lack of it.
No.
You were all together.
Yes. So if one of us gets hurt, it's a team that gets hurt. And we are a family. Players, we have a family. We are a family. And when you press, after European Cup 2008, it went wrong for France.
You missed it, right? Because of injury. 2012 and 08 you missed.
But then the press, all the coach responsible, they wanted to get the coach by attacking the team. So for 2 years, technically, the relationship between the team and the press was difficult. Zero.
Mm.
They were criticizing us a lot. But when we travel and play the games, they travel with us. So basically, they are here talking to you, talking about you on TV negatively, on the press negatively. And the day you travel to go and play, they walk past you and they sit behind you. So how can this work? So it started building pressure and tension between the federation, the team, and the press. So why would the federation allow the press to travel with us while they're destroying us?
Mm.
Us players, we start getting upset. So it brought tension. When we went to South Africa, the press was one more time negative. Oh, they're staying in a 5-star hotel. Oh, the wives are traveling in a private jet. It's crisis, but always negative, negative, negative. You know? But it's a World Cup. It's the federation, the FIFA organizing the move for every team. It's not the French national team paying for that. They mix everything, and it was always negative. So the families, they came and they brought the way they talk about our family is one in a negative way. After the first game, they came for 2 days to have a time off, and they're like, oh, was it necessary to bring the family for 2 days while it's crisis?
Mm.
Always negative, and at some point, because during the game between Mexico, we had a readjustment because the coach was not happy about our first half. Mexico were better than us as a team. Physically, they were better. We played in altitude, so we make an effort. It was difficult for us to breathe. We played away because we have 40,000 people in the stadium cheering for Mexican because we qualified in a funny way with a handball. Remember?
The Henri Island.
So we had everyone against us in the stadium. The environment was, but it's still 0-0. And then you have the coach complaining about the way we play, about movement, and getting to Nico Anelka, complaining about him coming back and not using the space. And Nico said, look, coach, I'm doing my best. I'm not a striker. I told you before the tournament, I'm a winger. So I'm doing my best, but I cannot do much because when I make the run, the ball is not coming.
Mm.
If you're not happy, look, I'm doing my best, so play someone else.
Yeah.
And then the coach said, okay, you're out. Like that, he reacted. Okay, you're out. Which is surprising.
Yeah.
Tel Ginac is coming in, and so obviously everyone was surprised, but he kept talking. But the problem is, the press, one more time, came out negatively about it.
Because that's how they sell papers or headlines.
They made the first page very negative about the team and about Nico Anelka. For the people who met Nico, he's straight. He's straight. If he doesn't like something, he will say. He won't be like sneaky. And of course, when they attacked him and when it became private, and when you have a way of family attacked because the question is education, it's not football anymore. And he's one of us. Mm. And when we have the federation allowing the press, you know how it works. Are you going to tell me that they were not aware of the press coming out?
Mm.
It's impossible. So if they allow the press to make it so controversial and go with deep words like that, you are against us, you're not with us.
You're stabbing the players in the back.
And this is what happened. So we decided to stick because we don't have any way of defending ourselves. The press, no matter what we're going to say, they're not with us. Mm. And this is back then. Now you have social media. We can deliver a message easily. Back then it was different. You needed to go through the press, but we are against the press. They are against us. The federation, we don't know where it's standing because every time we do something as a team bonding, they call the press. It's not private. We do an exit, we go play basketball together, funny games or arcade games. Everyone is happy, good vibe. And then we go there, we reach, you see the press ready, like planned. And players, we don't like that.
Yeah.
Because it's a plan. They use us to clean the image. It's not the way of proceeding. And that build tensions, all of that. This is a side that people didn't see. Before games, they go into the plane with us. If before games, we laugh, you'd say a joke, I laugh. They see me laughing, they will tell, oh, I'm not serious, or I don't take the game seriously.
They're spinning it.
This is how
Yeah.
it came out. They make us look like we are arrogant or too busy for people, for the fans. But we have rules in the national team. You go national teams, you finish training at 12. If they tell you lunch at 12:30, you have to be there at 12:30. But when you have 200 people assisting to the training session, how can you sign for 200 people?
Yeah.
You finish at 12, you need to get showered, ready, walk back, that takes 10 minutes. So technically we have 5 minutes.
Otherwise you get in trouble, right? If you're late for lunch.
Yes, fine. So you sign for 5 minutes, but you know the time is running. Us players, we can't do much. But people get upset because people travel and see us. So they didn't really protect us. They called off, they didn't. And I remember once before the World Cup started, I was in a press conference. They tell me, okay, reception 3 p.m., press conference 3:30, that's okay. So I make a nap, I get ready, I go down 3, and suddenly they take me, they put security around me, they take me out, and I see people waiting outside, and I'm like, oh. And they're like, oh, please, 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 please. And I start walking and say, no, you're going to be late. It's live press conference. They put me in the car. And then I see people reacting negatively.
They call you arrogant for walking through, I'm guessing.
Of course, they will. Oh, this is crazy. We've been here for half an hour. And I can understand as a player. It takes 5 minutes, but technically, if you're smart, you protect the player. And you defend the image of the player. You make everything a bit smoother. They didn't. Until we had the problem, they allowed the press. And they tell us, Nico is going to be leaving us. And we are against this. It's not fair. And they try to arrange the coach to meet Nico. Yes, he doesn't meet Nico. And the coach tells us, the federation, they want to expel him. I'm against it. But then we don't hear about it. They don't clear it. Next day, Nico has to leave. We know. So we decided to come together as a team, as a unit, to make people understand why we are against it.
Yeah.
But it came out the wrong way because the previous day, it's an open session, suddenly. So now we have the fans.
Yeah.
Now it's an open live session. So you have some fans traveling for 200 kilometers. So we're not supposed to train. They knew we were not going to train. If you know you're not going to train and you have a problem, you feel there is a problem in the squad, do you let the team go down and be in front of the press, or you solve the problem differently, privately? They knew we were not going to train. But they still let us get into the bus, go down, and then they tell the driver, okay, you come out.
You leave them there.
Stay there. They put security next to him, tell him you don't move. And then, one by one, they come to us. We don't know what you're going to do or what you're preparing, but be careful because there's a press. And they go out. And then one else come, yes, please, get out, guys. But you know you're not going to train. Why you don't solve the problem before? You're using the press against us. Showing the world, I'm trying to convince them to train. They don't want. The problem is deeper. And I'm sorry, if I'm a coach, I know my team is not going to train. And I know they don't take boots at the reception. I'd sort the problem out. And if they really don't want to train, I find an excuse not to go down and expose them. This is not what happened. And when they knew we're not going to go down, we went down actually for the fans that traveled to go sign and go back to the hotel.
Yeah.
We went down as a plan. We went to sign, take pictures, not to train. We went back. But when we go back to the bus, the driver is stuck. They're telling me we don't move for 40 minutes. So we look the idiots.
Yeah.
This is what really happened. And we call the driver. No, they don't let him in for 40 minutes. And we look like we are the
Divas.
bad one that
Yeah.
stays in the bus. And, you know?